Good morning, friends. This is Jeff Arcos. Welcome again to the daily webinar. Today we are Wednesday, the 5th of December 2018. Remind you this webinar is not meant to be a financial advice to anyone. This is only an education presentation. Please consider terms and conditions before you continue and when you're receiving this recording. As well, thank God for another day into my life and I pray His blessings to that in Jesus' name. Amen. All right, good morning, friends, and let's start our day. On the news side, the reason I was looking for the S&P 500 because we have some kind of disruptance in our chats. What is that one? Not that one. This one. Yeah, so doesn't make a lot of sense that at the moment the set is 28, 26.97, 27.12, and so I came to have a look over there. It definitely has a big drop, just maybe the last 8 hours. I don't know what caused that, but anyone has any information about what has caused that S&P to drop that? We know that with the drop of S&P, the currencies will be completely altered, and so yeah, so got to be into that. So we got a 3 touches, some kind of there. But it seems like since that big drop that we have, the market has reacted once and twice to try to come back to those levels over there. All right, so that's something you have to have a look. After midnight, we don't have much of that. Canadian, of course, it's Wednesday. So normally this announcement comes with the Canadians, so we'll see what happened with us and Australian retail sales, but that will be late in the morning. All right, so let's move on from here. And let's have a look first of all the dollar index. What's happened yesterday? I did change it again back to my original thing. I just need the daily very badly, and so yeah, I was missing the daily so bad. But I think in all these years, people have seen how many times I have changed my workspace, especially the NTF. You have to find your own. That's something that tell us there. I like to have the big time friends on the top of my chat because this is where I'm, right over there is where I'm looking that um, when I look what the big picture. So that's what I like to keep over there. So we're still in the sideways market, and until the dollar will not leave that support and resistance level, we will have problems to really with the U.S. crosses. And believe me, no, if the U.S. crosses do not run anywhere, tell you the rest of the currencies will have struggles. So yeah, it's not very nice week this week already here. Okay. All right, so let's I haven't have time this morning. As I say, I have so many computer problems this morning, so to do the chat, so we're just gonna do the review. It might take a little bit longer, but that's all right. So we start with the New Zealand yen. We're looking with the New Zealand yen to go long. The market enters as, let's just say, we got two options, whether we want to enter at the beginning of the week or we want to wait for a retracement. It seems like today we got the retracement, so this is the perfect scenario that normally we're looking. So when we're trading at the beginning of the week, whatever is happening, we got to understand that that's an aggressive way of trading. Now, if we're waiting for a pullback, then it's a very sort of kind. So I bear the cost of 1 or 2 days retracement before doing. So likely just came to the monthly low, monthly high, previous monthly high, and now it's bouncing back from there. It's not guaranteed from there, but look, this is what we got at the moment, and that's it. So this is the way that this one works. So hopefully from here. So today we got a very weakly strength with a very negative strength, and we have seen how many times this has that. Now for the viewers who are here with me, just let me see if I can find my all kid I know. So today is the 3 days since I have invited. So I really thank you for those who has come to the room. And yeah, so I wish you well in your trading aspirations. And yeah, oh my goodness, what is it? Weekly WCC. This one it is. So yeah, there it is. So one of the things that we normally, we like to do is behind doors, and I do when I bring the watch list, and that little thingy majiggy that we have here is actually comes from here. So what we really, the beginning Monday always is as I say, trading display your personality. If you are happy to take the risk on Monday without the daily meter, you're welcome. But this is what we trade. So we have what to trade, but then when to trade is on the retracement. Now, sometimes the market does not retrace, and I think we all went through a few weeks ago with the New Zealand crosses when the market did not even blink. It was green, 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 and we miss it. So that's why we take the balance. But look, if it does happen, that's okay. But here we got the Australia is strong, is weak. Here is strong in the daily. So we're looking to go short because we focus on the weekly strength. And this is what, the surprises it is. So this is the watch list that we have for that week. Australian, Swiss, pound, Swiss, Australian yen, all of these. And here we clear set in the daily retrace. So I did not have the meter here in that time, but the weekly is bearish, and look how much it went up, come back, and flies on the direction that the weekly. Same with this one. The weekly is up, pound Australia, second currency in the list. The market retrace, very beautiful 3 bars, going down. So but look, at the end of the day, the weekly has the last word or where it will go. Here, weekly is down, date is up, beautiful double bottom. You've got to draw trend lines everywhere over there, but at the end of the day, the weekly has the victory over there. Same with the Australian US, weekly down, day up. Same with the Euro Australia, weekly up, day down, and that's where we're looking. So then we look at the British pound is on a, we're looking only that direction that week. The pound retrace on the daily, and this is where we want to enter over there. So here we only have two currencies of the group, pound New Zealand and pound Canadian. So the pound New Zealand is the first one, weekly up, day down, 2-3 days down, and there it is, and it flies in the direction that we're looking for. So same with the pound Canadian, and weekly up, day down, 2 days down, brink over there, and that it is. So this is why we have this scenario over here. We got the weekly up and we got the day down. And today, if you draw a trend line maybe from here, this is a nice trade with a stop loss over here. So I did the aggressive way. Now I hold my trade over there. I will not put a new trade, but that's how we doing in the sort of conservative way of looking trading by waiting for the retracement. So immediately my eyes comes over here. So from here, as you see, did not retrace. So what is it? And this is what I see. We don't have a crystal ball. We just trade what we see. I always say to people, that I mean, in my past as well, I was affected by a lot of, what commodity does. I like to look the S&P 500 for the currencies, definitely. And but you got to try what you see, because how do we know? We don't have a crystal ball. I remember this guy in one of my expos around Australia. He said this to me: Jeff, trading is nothing to do how good your technicals are, or how good your fundamentals are, or how good you feelings, or you fear and greed control. There, no, trading is all about risk management. If you have a proper risk management in place, you can trade anything, any moment, anytime. And this is what we've done. This is the 18 weeks, to 4 months now. The we are in from, because we got this. We got we take the losses. Sometimes the losses, are painful, but as long the winners are bigger than the losses, that's what it is. So now in this one, we need to be looking for a target as the market possible, can move my stop loss now for my previous sort of there. I don't like to close. So that's we keeping over there. It's not moving. Hopefully it will move. So now we need to look for a target. So when we come to the weekly, um, we move it over there. Wow, the 1,000 pip level, I like the target over there. So we can just travel to this 1,000 pip level, always a little bit just to the nick, because the market normally there. So there it is. So that's one is going. The weekly candle close. It was second on the list, and this is the direction of that. So we don't have any problem for that. New Zealand Canadian, same thing. Weekly was there. So the only thing we can put is this. I did a buy limit. Unfortunately, the market fell to come just with the nick over there, so the buy limit did not activate it. Unfortunately, that would be a beautiful, uh, you know, beautiful setup in that. But so that's the buy limit that we have over here, and I'm just gonna take off. So we got now the buy from there, the buy stop. So and then at the moment we can put it somewhere over here, and that's it. So now it's going. This is the 250. Maybe we can aim it for the next 250 level. Targeting is a very, very nice issue, and hopefully it will move quickly. You see, at the moment my computer is a bit slow. Don't understand why. Just wake up with the on the other side of the bed this computer, and anyway. So that's New Zealand Canadian. So that's going okay. And now, how many of you has any doubt of the system for the last since week 31, how we do things? Look, I love the EAs, I love everything, but I enjoy this manual way as well, because I don't know, it's just give me something to do. The EA takes my job. So here it is. We got, as you see, we did not retrace, and this is the tricky part. Sometimes we're waiting for the retracement. Retracement never happened, and there it is. Now I could have moved the stop loss over here, but I believe it's too soon for me. I think I will be maybe London time looking from there, and hopefully now we are at 1,000 pip levels, very close, and we know that those levels normally it is. A big levels targeting over there. So we've done it very well with this one in the last weeks, but we'll see. So now if I want to get a target, actually I rebranded my target tool. So GMT Futures is rebranded my beautiful target tool. So we will have our own, because as I say, I didn't want to get in any issues. So that could be my potential target so far, and right over there, and check what it is. 160 pips, would be happy with it. So hopefully this one, as long this one breaks today very strong this morning, then I will move the trade. So in my workshops I teach about trailing a stop, and I always say that when you start at the beginning, one of the big things is that you need to know when to move your stop loss. If this is your original stop loss, this is your entry over there. All right, the only way we're going to move our stop loss to here is when the price breaks this consolidation. So once it's there, that's it, is we can move from here to there. When the market breaks these consolidations, then we can move your stop loss. That's the only way really to survive into this market, because otherwise you can get, the whipsaws and then get a stop out very easily from those levels over there. All right, so that's why continue holding that one there. Euro New Zealand, there it is. The same thing, it did not pull back. So now you tell me which one is better, just trade at the beginning of the week or wait for the pullback. Just type very quickly which one you think is better. Come on, tell me. Richard say pullbacks. You would have missed a lot of trades this week, Richard. Kojo say pullback. Rita say weekly. No, I was talking about the daily, whether we should be entering at the beginning of Monday or wait for a daily pullback. And I asked him which one is better, and the answer is both. All right. So that was the beginning of the week. We put the trade. So at the moment, as you see here, it closed below. So that's my original stop loss. So today it looks like it's closing. So then I will move my trailing stop over there. The beautiful of the 4 hours that you don't need to be every hour here. You just come in the morning, come in the evening, cruise around, and that's it. All right. So here we got a 250 close by. Not too sure about that. Um, as a target, that was before it did some kind of resistance, but I will aim it for it's Christmas time. We need something for Christmas, so I'm gonna aim it for the 1,000 pip level. So now, and here is whichever got first, whether the trailing stop or the target that we put it over here. And that's it. Nothing more we can say about that. Now you're moving. I always like to put a little bit about maybe 10 pips about there, because we know what's happened with the silly market, isn't it? Okay, my computer is slow. Don't know what to do. Yes, let me close the song. Maybe Windows, leave. What is the temperature? My computer at the moment. I got a temperature 63, so it should be fine. Okay, let me get through here. All right. How many of you like fishing? Anyone interested in fishing? Let me show you my last season catch the barramundi. There it is. That's my last in Yorkie snuff here in Kings. That was delicious. This is a secret spot that we have for go fishing, and this is in the boat. The next picture is not coming. There it is. Look, this beautiful red emperors and mangrove jacks, and that was a feast. Well, that's my weekends, isn't it? Go fishing, as a show over there. All right. So that's there. We got New Zealand, US, 18 minutes, and we're still on only one group. No good, no good. So this one, the same thing at the beginning of the week. The market breaks, comes back. The stop loss, it broke from here. So I holding over there. Don't know what's gonna happen next. We are about 1,000 pip levels. Very, very, very close. Let's have a look. That looks to me sort of kind of brick wall over there. New Zealand, US. It's very close to the target. It's only 79 pips, but we're gonna leave it to the previous rejection points over there. So it's the market targets over there we are Wednesday already. But it's doing quite all right. So hopefully everything is going okay from there. Australian yen. Now, a yen is turning around at the moment. The yen is, we did have a strong weekly, but on the daily, we got a turning around at the moment. So the buy stop never got triggered. So remember this buy stop, and this is what the beauty, sometimes to get that. So that was I was following over there, the buy stop, and the market just deep in from there. So I think by now we will cancel this trade because I don't think so. It's enough. So it's already breaking, and now actually I'm looking possible could we go to the short more than the long, trading against the weekly candle close. It's no bad idea either. So I'm gonna remove that one there. So we did not make money, we did not lose money. Normally we get that would be my previous rejection point. Um, Very nice touch if I wanted to do a touch from there, but there it is. So I will keep an eye for later tonight whether it sell over there. But now when we sell against the weekly strength, we have to do lower lot size because we're trading against the strength, so we don't know really is this is, but for pullback now, forget about it. If I wants to look for longs, I wouldn't need to see another ABC like this one. So it seems like that is the case for that one over there. Pound Australia. Pound Australia is, so the market breaks from here. Stop loss is just about the monthly there. It seems like we hit some kind of support over there. So might work, might not work. Nothing we can do about it. Watching the market will kill you. Always I say to people, just leave it be and forget it about it. That's the best. I know that's the wrong one. Australian Canadian. And Aussie Canadian managed to get my buy stop. So just now it managed to get it, but the stop loss is over here. So doesn't look that excellent. So it has had problems. So that was my first buy. My second buy was over here, and at the moment it just got it by this sneaky thing. All right, what can we do? Nothing. Take as it goes and continue looking. That's all we can do over there. This one did not get the buy stop, so that's one of the benefits to try to get the highest levels over there without the midpoint. So at the moment it looks to me that this one is breaking the other way around. So now if I trade against the weekly strength, because that's a nice break over there where we are, so I just need to reduce the lot size to one lot size, because normally the list watch number one we're trading at 2. So this one we're gonna eliminate, and we just do the sell. It's really slow, my computer. Do that. Come on. I already pressed. There it is. And then our stop loss on the previous rejection point. And nothing more that we can do. Just come back another day. There it is. From there. Now, as a target, because we're trading against the weekly strengths, we need to look at quick target that possible. I will be looking somewhere over there and see what happened from there. All right, Euro Australia. Euro Aussie. and the sell stop never got triggered. I remember I didn't put it early in the morning because of the gap. Normally, when you see this gap over here, what normally the market is doing is try to close the gap. So that's what I'm in Monday. I really hesitate to put early in the morning those trades. So I always waiting for seed, maybe later in the afternoon, move over there. Now the market, don't know, still this looks to me quite nice entry. We still are looking, the market might come to a resistance level. We don't know. Um, it's difficult to put it this one there. So I will follow from there, see what happened anyway. But I will see. And the last one, Australia and US, and we finish with that. There we are. It's completely going against the weekly. I think we did trigger with this one, and I got to stop out on here because the market moves from there. So that's it. So 35 pips loss. That's fine. But it looks to me now that it's going on other direction. So we're trading against the weekly strength. So we reduce the lot size, and we just put it over here. Plus here we got the daily strength. Today it finished quite weak. We are on the monthly high as well. And if I draw lines from there, it looks to me quite interesting where it is. So we'll see tomorrow how the Aussie react. And I don't want the Aussie go down, I want the Aussie going up. Okay. And as a target, definitely, this level somewhere over here should be, because we're trading against the weekly. So that's the line chart low, somewhere over there. And wow, it's really slow today, my computer. I might need to restart. There it is. So on the lows of that, for a quick snack, we say, and see what happened over there. All right, 27 minutes, and we done the group, the major group. So, but let's click very fast, quickly, this one over here, Australia, New Zealand. This one, Australia, New Zealand, the weekly was down. Remember that we have semi-strength with this one, and but that was, yeah. So, but at the moment, when we look in the individual currency, we did have a minus 56, which was below over there. We look in the weekly midpoint, it was below line where it should be, the trade should happen, and that's it. So this is now is going quite okay. And this is the beginning of the week, as you see over there. So that's what I mean, if you're waiting for a daily pullback, it never happened. So we just need to put the trade in Monday and guess for the best. It's about to get the target, so that's cool. So we have an early wick, 110 pips. That's a nice target for it. And there, US yen. Now remember, the yen is changing his strength to the other side. So there we are. We got a beautiful daily breakout over there. I like those type of breaks. And so today I can actually say, yep, if the market comes back over here, I want to be in a sell limit. If the market comes back below, I want to be in the sell stop. And that's it. So both trades are valid. So and I'll see later which one is going to be there. Come on. Why my computer is so slow? 62. All right. Trading sell stop. And that's it. And then I put a stop later as the market there. and that looks quite nice. It's been quite there. It's a beautiful break on there. So we'll have a look. So now all this, I guess, is going against the trend as we look over there. Euro yen. So there we are. So the same thing. Look, for time's sake, I'm just gonna run quickly. So this is a nice level for a touch and a stop over there. And yeah, the weekly was not in the formation. It was bearish, but not the close of that one there. Swiss yen. There it is, the same thing. We did not know much. Now we got an opportunity, so that would be a beautiful setup today. A sell over here, sell touch or sell stop, and leave it from there. Canadian yen, same thing. So you see, this one that we didn't really touch this week is the one that we didn't see. But today we see, so it's very easy, from here just to set up a sell stop. I don't see a sell touch over there, so just a sell stop would be nice. If it breaks from here, the 250 here, it would be a nice level for catching up from there. Pound yen. Pound yen, that was the weekly was there. We got a no on the strong side. Here it's being a bit there. Wow, look at that. The whole year is a mess, that one. But anyway, that was at the beginning of the week from here. And market just broke up from there. Weekly, the daily was in place, and we got it. So no problem with that one. Pound US. So here, absolutely, we can see nothing there. So just forget it about it. Euro pound, I think we did have some trade in the euro pound. Yeah, the buy because of the weekly, so it got triggered over there. And yeah, the moment until this levels is not breaking, we cannot move the stop loss to the next. So we need to wait for it there, see what happened. So 77 pips, we'll see from that. Pound Swiss. The weekly was down, the days was down, so the beginning of the week was somewhere over there. Market breaks, comes back. Now we're breaking, yes, no, but should be fine to move our stop loss over there and leave from there and see what is going to be happen. All right, so pound Canadian. Pound Canadian the same. The weekly was then the formation down. I did a touch in this area, so the market has come back, touched the level, and if possible, the moment it just keep holding the stop loss until next time. US Canadian, I don't think so done much the US Canadian this week. Got a sell stop as the market breaking the trend line yesterday, so the market has come back inside, so I don't think so the sell stop is any good anymore. And at the moment I don't see nothing really here. It's just, if I want to go long, it's already breaking, closing below a trend line. For me, actually, I'm looking better off to look for a short more than anything else. So the first 4 hours negative and that level, this is the weekly midpoint. I will set up a seller stop with that one over there. Euro Canadian. Just let me see something that I need to open before. This is my PowerPoint of that. I just want to show you something before we finish. So Euro Canadian, we don't do nothing. Canadian Swiss. There we got a buy in that level. The market is coming. and nothing I can do from there. That was mainly, these weeks. It was actually warning me there. The break was beautiful break through the week, but now it's coming back, and nothing I can do at the moment. I'm just gonna hold that trade until later and see what happened. Yeah, so that should be there, and see what happened from there. US Swiss coming to the end. I don't see absolutely nothing there. Big mess, so forget about it. And the last one, the Euro US, which is and the same. I don't see absolutely nothing. It's completely all over the place. So the best thing to do with this one is just to stay away until the water is clear. All right, my friends. So this is the end of my day. Um, just want to show you something. Tomorrow we're gonna have a lesson about one from 2015 or 16. I just want to remind you. I always like to remind you the previous there. Let me see if it works from here. Slideshow from the current there. I always say to people, ultimate success is measured by the continued growth of your capital. If you find the strategy you are using is not working for you, please stop trading and seek for help. A good trader plans his trades, then executes his plans. A bad trader executes his trades without a plan. So, that's what it is. It's a trading plan at the end of the day. The weekly candle close is an incredible trading plan, not only for currencies, but for anything that you want to think about. If you think that education is expensive, wait until you see what ignorance will cost you. This statement really is. I tell you, my wife is being so close to divorce me because of what this has cost me. And I just said, look, darling, I will try this until I die. And if you want to divorce me now. But I know the education is the key, the right education. One of the things that I like, of what I do that nobody is doing in Australia is this daily webinars, because you go to any institution that want to teach you 2 days or maybe once a week or maybe once in a year, they think that you become a trader. No, people who's been with me since 2011, I think, even earlier than that, they know what I'm talking about with this. Is once it's in your flesh, once it's in there, this is a very natural thing. Has ignorance already cost you the way to wealth creation? And that's what I say, people. Instead of giving a fish to people to feed it for one day, I teach them to fishing. As you saw my picture, I can teach you how to catch a barra, and then you can catch all the barra. There's plenty fish in the sea. Sometimes, sometimes we feel guilty for the things we did, but also for the things we didn't do it. And tell you, that's me. Now, as I say, this one works for anything that you could imagine it. We can trade absolutely anything. So that's the drop of now, once the S&P 500 drops, everyone's drop. All right. So I was waiting for actually some kind of pullback. But today or tonight, the S&P 500 is a very clear. It's been a bit not very good runs, but we've been having good fun with this one as well. And this is the Friends 40. And yesterday I normally looking late at night because that's when these futures open. So that was a good signal to me, breaking up, coming very strong from that isolated. There came to that, very close to the key level that we're looking, and there's the drop. UK 100. Today, it actually is a quite nice day to set up for a trade because of what the market and the weekly candle close formations that we have over there. The Japanese, we got a sell already into that, and that was because last night I was somewhere over there. So the only thing I do is setting up. So now put a stop loss in the top and let it from there. And here I may be aiming for the monthly low, maybe between the 250 and the monthly low. that would be a nice run for December, as we're looking at the beginning of that the Germany 40 weekly formation low. That was another sell executed because not that one, because of that. And yeah, so now maybe I can no, this one cannot move now. S&P 500, this is the one that's a bit out of whack. Maybe we'll need time to correct it. Australian 200, same thing. The weekly was warning us that it doesn't look that healthy. Came to the monthly midpoint. That's, sometimes we look in the monthly high, monthly low, but the midpoint as well has an indication. So when that one isolate day was over there, that's what the trade was executed, and that's what is going at the moment. So now that it's breaking from here with the market, I can put it nearly to there. How far we're gonna go from here is a good question. This is we're breaking. If we're looking at this, can we say that we've been from there to here to there? I was actually looking from this one because in the stock market you always look for buys. But if we're breaking from here, the scary part of this one is that we have a new channel. Um, and it could be very easily always going to the left to find the previous there. So that would be my immediately level of there. And that could be the that's interesting. Is that any good for the economy? Maybe no, isn't it? So anyway, so we'll see what happens from there. And yeah, so at least it's in a break even from there. Gold. We got a strong weekly, so that's all it does. 58 is just some kind of spinning top. Oil, look this beautiful top, and look the 250 cam level, double top, weekly down, and party. So now here we did have why did I buy it? Maybe because of the daily breakout. I'm a daily breakout trader too, so I put it over there. So, and this is where the market breaks from here. That's where my stop loss should be. So we'll see. Market has come down a lot. We got a sort of kind of level that the market does. So when you look in this type of technical analysis, you take your shot. You see from that point on, anything can happen. So that's it. How do we make pips? The only way to make pips is if we investing in pips. All right. So there is no other way. So therefore, if you are in the field playing the soccer, how exciting. Don't be an spectator, but be a player. And that's the only way that I see myself. This one plays over there. All right, my friends, it's the end of that 43 minutes. This has been a long webinar. And thank you, Jennifer, and Barry as well. Is not today here, for being with us. And like I said, make I say to people, if you want to trade forex because you want to make money, just go and do something else. But if you want to trade forex because you love trading, then you are in the right place with me. And money is just an attribute of trading the forex, and that's all. Okay, so we'll see you tomorrow. Remember, tomorrow maybe we're gonna have an hour webinar tomorrow, because I need to review that before the end of the year. Another lesson that I did in 2016, I think it is, and something with the weekly kind of close. Rita said, thank you, Jeff. You have taught us so much over the years. Couldn't have done without you. Thank you. Thank you, Rita, for your comments. And Jennifer said, thank you. Thank you, Jennifer, for being with us. And just keep in touch with us. I will continue send people after 3 days that the results from the every week. You know, just what you see is what you will get if you become part of us. And yeah, so I don't think so. This never gonna stop. You know, the weekly candle closes stay here forever, and the results will be exactly the same. You know, Albert Einstein said, "Insanity is when you do something over and over again, you're expecting different results." And how truly it is. All right, enjoy your day. I'm going to cruise around and see you tomorrow. God bless you. Cheers and bye.